So we back. Had a musical interlude right there. Hey. Sorry about that. So what I was saying before we got cut off, don't know why.
It's all good.
That's all good. Little technical difficulty. So what I was saying was on that replay on that touchdown pass that he threw was the corner let the receiver get an inside release because he knew he had safety help. The safety drifted too far into the middle field.
And the quarterback,
he threw a dart.
No, he looked the safety off the whole time.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, the quarterback actually was looking to the right. So that made the safety drift to the center field, his left, right.
Yeah.
That's why he was able to throw it in time because he knew that safety had moved over. He held him there long enough for him to beat that.
But not even that. Not even just like you said. Not even he held him in time. He held him. It was an easy pass.
Yeah.
To me,
right.
Because the dude he ran what, like maybe 10 yards after that, and the safety wasn't even close to him.
Right.
It wasn't even close. And then you see the corner running back like with his hands up, like, yo, where you at, boy?
And that's why I said that's a lot of credit to the quarterback because had he just looked left, that safety would have never moved.
Right.
The safety would have been already over in that spot. He looked, over to the right. He held him there.
Yeah. So. Crazy game, great game. Wings on me. I lost our bet. I won a couple bucks. I had Georgia on everything. So, but if I would have lost that game, I couldn't be mad to lose it like the way it did. It was a great game. Went back and forth.
Great.
So that doesn't happen twice in a row. You know what I mean?
And I think Georgia be up in the top again next year, man. They losing Chubbs and
Michelle? Was it Michonne or Michelle?
Michelle. But they got the kid Swift and they got Holyfield. So
Holyfield?
Yeah, that Evander Holyfield's son. He's the.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
He's a sophomore now. He get a couple carries here and there.
I've never even seen the kid play. I know Swift gets in. Yeah. They have a 4-man rotation at running back.
Now Holyfield don't get as many plays as Swift, but I've seen him in the game numerous times.
Yo, and that's crazy because what year is was it Mitchell? Michelle, yeah.
Him and Chubb coming out. They're done. They're seniors.
That's a credit to Chubbs, man.
Yeah.
That he's been in a tandem backfield and the numbers and in records and yards he's put up. I really like him, man. Yeah. I really like him as a pro. I really like it. Yeah, I really like him as a pro. So it is time, y'all, to really get into this football shit. You dig me? It really is time. Let's start it off right.
Touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles fly, on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
I want to yell about my kids' sleep. Sorry. But it might not contain it. So, let's talk about this matchup, bro. Eagles versus Atlanta. Atlanta goes out to L.A., shocks the Rams, gets a win. Now they're traveling not all the way. They're traveling back home. They came home to Atlanta. They're going to travel up here. They're already in town. I put 3 key matchups down.
Okay.
My first matchup, I got Mills versus Julio. Julio's a little banged up, but even Julio at 80% is probably still better than almost every person in the league.
Yeah.
Tough matchup. I didn't even look at the numbers. I should have. I know Mills went against Julio one time before, I believe.
Yeah, last year when they came to Philly.
And he torched him, right?
Yeah, but he didn't score. So
he didn't score. Yeah, well, Julio doesn't really score. But what he had, like 150, 180 yards?
No, I think it was like 125.
Okay.
It was on him, but it was, whatchamacallit, McKelvin was sticking him too.
Okay. McKelvin's ass.
Yeah, terrible.
So, it's going to be a tough matchup. Obviously, it's Julio. What do you expect? I do expect them to move them around. I don't think they keep them stationary. I think they move them around a little bit to get whatever matchup they feel they need. Okay. He's just a matchup nightmare. It's going to be a hard battle for Mills, but you know how Mills is. He's going to battle through it, whether he's getting toasted or not. He's going to still stick up his finger up if he makes one pass deflection.
The thing about him, he tackles really well.
He does tackle really well. I'll take that. My next matchup, I got the D-line versus Matt Ryan.
Okay.
We got to hit him. We got to disrupt that timing. We got to sack him. This is a huge game for them. They set the tone to me, the offensive, defensive line. I need Cox. I need Long. I need Curry. I need them all to tee off, get the crowd involved, beat up Matt Ryan. What I need, Cox.
You got to pause that.
As soon as I said it, I was waiting for you to come in, but you was slipping. You were a little slow.
You said I need Cox, Long.
Must be the yak. Pause.
Nah, that's
and then my last matchup, I got Nicky Foles against the defense, the Atlanta defense. And when I say this, I would love 4 touchdowns and 350 yards passing. But I just need to move the chains. I need to move the chains game. Get us, keep drives alive on third down. Hopefully get third and manageable.
Right.
And, and don't be, I just don't want this come out, run the ball, pass. Honestly, bro, I was talking to my man about this earlier. I'm chucking it deep. I'm going max protect, first play, having somebody come shallow, and letting Armstrong go deep. And then come back, if we miss it, come back, second play, trying it again.
I'm going to tell you who's the X factor, and you probably won't believe me.
Who, Aguilar?
Yeah, I think Aguilar is the X factor in this game.
I thought about that.
Because they have 2 good corners on the outside.
It's Trufant and who else?
Trufant and,
I'll look it up real quick. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, the other guy for now. But
I'll look it up.
I think that we'll be able to work the middle of the defense with.
Is it Poole or is it Alford?
Alford.
Okay.
Yeah, Alford. We'll be able to work the middle of the defense pretty good, I think, because Ertz going to draw a lot of attention.
They run a lot of zone, right? They run around cover 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Like the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, they do a lot of zone, and there's stats out there that Nicky Foles is actually pretty good against the cover 3 zone. From when he was at the, and it's good too because it's not like when he was with the Eagles. It's from when he was with the Rams and when he was with the Chiefs. He's had success against this type of defense. Good. Not a lot of people know that coming up in the best bets. Ow!
But yeah, I think Aguilar is going to be that. I'm going to keep it a bean. I'm going to keep it a bean. If he can get past some of those that zone and sit like in the pocket where it's opening, I think that helps. Nick Foles a lot. As long as he's getting the time, I think our offensive line will definitely be able to dominate in this game.
Yeah, I mean, who did they have? I saw Courtney Upshaw in a replay, and Courtney Upshaw is fat as shit.
But they inside they got
what, Poe,
and they got Reed.
Okay.
And
was it Claiborne? Claiborne, right?
Yeah, Claiborne's okay.
He's okay. He just had that one big game.
Yeah. Then they have
our offensive line should dominate
Big
them.
Beasley.
Yeah, Beasley.
And the kid Tack McKinley from UCLA.
So does Beasley go down as a DN?
Yeah, he
passing. Okay, so that could be tough. What defense? What defensive end he is?
I think Lane Johnson.
He's gonna stone him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it because he's not Von Miller, but he's similar.
Right.
So, you know what I
He
mean?
handled Von Miller.
Yeah.
You gotta think about it. Nick
Yo, you see,
Bosa,
he
all of them.
fucking clubbed Miller, yo. That shit was
And he
crazy.
fell,
Yeah. Like, he looked mad as hell.
Yeah. Wouldn't you be? I would be pissed.
I'd be, because you couldn't do nothing.
Yeah. And
All that speed,
Exactly.
you can't do nothing against that man.
So, and my whole thing with Nick Foles, man, and like I told you, earlier in the week, I just need him to make a good 3 to 4, maybe 5 big plays in this game.
And that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, test him. Chuck it deep. Don't come out, like I said, with the same attitude, what everybody thinks is going to happen, because Ajayi had a good game against them earlier in the year.
I think he had 123 or something.
Right.
Like that.
So run, pass. You know what I mean? Come out. I wouldn't do anything crazy like a flea flicker or anything.
Right.
But I would come out in, what is it? Is it 12 personnel or 22 personnel? I forget.
Right.
Like double tight or some shit like that.
Right.
Do a play action pass. Have everybody max protect.
You got your tight ends, Zach Ertz and Bird.
Right. Max protect. Have, whoever you have as your right receiver, and then you have obviously Anshan as your X receiver, and then go ahead and do a little crossing, pattern, something shallow, and just throw it up for Anshan. Just chuck it like a 40, 50 yard, set the tone. Because if he catches it, even though the link don't got no roof, that shit is going to pop.
Yeah.
We are going, the crowd is going to go nuts.
And that's another key factor is the crowd.
Yeah, so, and even PI. He can easily get PI.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Torrey Smith actually really good.
Oh, Torrey Smith. That's what
pass interferences.
Right. Or even let Torrey go on a straight go route. You know what I'm saying? I don't have faith in Torrey like I do Sean. You know what I mean? But you can't deny his speed though, because they're gonna move the safety to Anshan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if that leaves Torrey 1-on-1, let him go. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we've seen him make the plays, so it's not like he can't.
Right.
He still got a 50-50 chance.
Right, exactly. So that's how I would do it.
Okay.
And I think, you know what I mean? And like I said, even second down, come right back. Do another play action, come right back. Like, get aggressive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because nobody thinks you're going to win this game.
And Atlanta defense is pretty aggressive as well, so I'm looking at, the little screen passes might actually work for him because they're catching.
He don't. It's funny coming from Andy. He don't run that many screens.
Yeah, they'll catch him in there. They scored. They scored in the Oakland game off a screen.
I know, but I'm just saying, like Andy was always running screens.
He ran a lot.
At least 4 to 5 screens a game.
Of some type.
Exactly. Some pass, some type of screen. Like he's completely different. So. We talked about the game. Give me your favorites to get to the Super Bowl. And then give me a sleeper Super Bowl.
I'm going to go New Orleans.
Okay.
Sleeper is the Eagles.
Okay.
AFC favorite. Of course, New England is the favorite. Sleeper, Jacksonville.
That's funny. That's funny you say that. Because this is what I have. Favorites, likely Super Bowl, Minnesota versus New England. That's who I have.
Okay.
Sleeper Super Bowl, Birds versus Jacksonville. That's what I have written down. I think that's very likely, bro. I'm not going to hold you. I think it's like 60-40. 60-40, 70-30. And I'll tell you why. Because I think Minnesota beats New Orleans. I just think that defense is just too solid. We'll talk about that once we get into the game.
Right.
And New England's facing not only history, but father time, right? I mean, Brady's going to be Brady, but, it's also history. They just won it last year. It's tough to get back again. And then win it again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just that consistency, winning. This ain't the NBA. You know what I mean? This is the NFL.
Right.
It's tough to do it with the physical grind. So if Minnesota has to come to Philly, I like us, man.
Oh, I like us against Minnesota.
I like us a lot. I like us a lot. And like I said, we'll talk about this more, but that Jacksonville team reminds me of another old Super Bowl team. And we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's go. I think we're on a record on time, man. We're going to get out of here in an hour.
Did you see, they showed the video of Darren Sproles full spring.
Oh, he's playing next year.
Yeah, but that's 3-4 months removed from an ACL tear.
Has it only been 3 or 4 months?
Yeah, he did it in September.
He's a freak.
It's January.
He's an absolute freak, bro.
Yeah.
And he, what is he, 33, 34, something like that? I think he wants to come back and play for the Birds, too. That's the thing, too. I think so. It's Wentz. It's the Wentz factor. Wentz is your quarterback. The Eagles are a lot for the Super Bowl. There's no doubt in my mind. You know what I mean? There's no doubt in my mind. All right, let's get into it, man. First game of the week, Saturday, in South Philly, at the Link, the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Atlanta Falcons. Let's go. Lock it. Man, give me the goddamn Birds, man. It's Bird game all day, man. I'm not shying away from nothing. I have a couple of haters out there, man. Yes, I was not a fan of the Eagles going to the NFC Championship. I did not believe that Nick Foles could take us there. But that was on the basis that we were going to be facing the Rams or the Saints. Atlanta's a different team. Atlanta's been on the road 4 out of the last 5 games. Did you know Matt Ryan's record in the Link is 1-3?
Yeah.
Did you know Atlanta think it's 1-5 or 1-6 in their last 6 or 7 games at the Link? This line is at -3. Atlanta is so overvalue Atlanta here. They're fatigued. They have some injuries. Matt Ryan is still a choke artist. Let's not christen Matt Ryan as the MVP again. I'm not a huge fan of Nick Foles, the way he's playing. He's had 2 bad games in a row. I don't see a third. I don't think he does a lot. I think they do enough. Bird game. Give me the Birds.
Nice. I'm going Eagles. I think we won by 6.
6?
6 points.
6 points?
I'm gonna give us 6 points.
I like it.
I don't care if we won by 1, but my prediction is 6 points.
I like it. I like that. I like it. As long as we get the win, bro. As long as we get. Cause I think when Wentz was heating up, I put in personal day and a vacation day for the Super Bowl and the parade.
Right.
And I almost pulled it back. I got faith that I can still hold on to these days.
My man.
Hopefully. Next game. Tennessee versus New England. New England's favored by 13.5. What you got for me, buddy?
I like Tennessee against the spread. I really do. I think he missed a lot of passes too.
You know what? It's funny he did, man. But that they gotta stick with that. No, they gotta let him go and let him call it. So what's happening is when we talked about it when we were watching the game last week and they were down, they're doing a no huddle offense and they're letting him call the plays from the line from what he sees.
Okay.
So it's the OC. Obviously, the OC's in his ear helping him with coverage.
Yeah, up until 15 seconds. So
right.
He's able to, hey, do this play once.
Exactly. And I think that pace is helping him. That's where he's comfortable at. In the shotgun, calling the plays, moving. That slow grind, run, smash mouth, exotic, running scheme, that shit don't work, man. That's not his forte.
Okay.
I'm not betting against Tom. I've learned that the hard way over the years. When I think he was going to falter, it's Tom in big games. It's like Hulk Hogan in WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough thing to beat. So I like the under here. I think Tennessee's going to obviously want to control the ball and keep New England off the field. I like Henry here. New England doesn't have a pass rush. So I'm going to say this on record. This is going to be tough. I'm not betting the game. I like the under if I did bet it, and I like your pick is going Tennessee. Okay. It's a favorites of a double digits. I think are around like 35-40% are actually covering that. So I like that. Those statistics going with the better side of that. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee wins this game. I'm just going to be honest with you.
I would be very surprised if they won the game.
I'm not going to be surprised because on defense, New England has corners. They don't blitz much, and they have no pass rush. So to me,
they just signed Harrison.
Yeah, but you think he's really going to just explode? He's brute force. He's brute power. He's going to go. He's not going to run at nobody.
He had games last year in the playoffs where he had 2 sacks.
Right, but he's not going to catch Mariota. Like Mariota's going to get away from Harrison unless it's a straight line where he doesn't see him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not going to catch him. Now Henry's the weird factor because Henry's like a bowling ball, right? He gets as he keeps going, he gets faster. It takes him a while for him to catch, gain speed. He looks weird to me when he runs. Like he looks slow as hell, but then after 5 or 6 yards, he's full steam ahead. And what he had, like 150 yards last game or something crazy?
He had a good game.
Yeah, so honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. I wouldn't be surprised me if Tennessee sneaks out a victory here. That defense is underrated, honestly.
Definitely got a good defense.
But I'm not betting against Tom in Boston. That'd be a fucking sin. Next game, maybe game of the week. Psych! The Eagles, the game of the week. Minnesota versus New Orleans. Minnesota favored by 5. What you got for me, buddy? You said New Orleans in the Super Bowl, so
I do. I think New Orleans can win this game.
Yeah.
They. But then I look at
It's that defense, man.
Yeah, I look at the defense.
That defense don't got no holes.
I said last week I like Carolina linebackers against New England.
I do remember
running backs.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that matchup.
It's kind of the same thing here. I like Minnesota's linebackers with Eric Kendricks. They got a Barr over there. Mm-hmm. I think the other one is maybe Greenway might be gone. I
think he retired.
Yeah, I think he might be gone.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who the third one is, but they front seven is really, really good. They got a really good front seven. So I can see their front seven neutralizing the run. I mean, you put Xavier Rhodes on.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Shut down. Pickles.
Yeah. It's going to be tough, but I think they stick up.
Man. Lock it in, man. Give me Minnesota, man. I had to go the opposite way, bro. And exactly what you're talking about. That defense, I'm looking at that defense. It really doesn't have any holes, man.
No, you're right.
It doesn't have any. It doesn't have any holes, man. They have a lineman that can, not only play the run but rush the pass. Everett Griffin is having a monster year. You're talking about, like you said, Kendricks, Barr, your safeties. They can blitz, they can cover. Then you have corners. You have probably is the number 1 corner in the league in Rhodes. He's going to shut whoever he faces down. And then you have safeties. I mean, even though Harrison Smith didn't make the Pro Bowl, he was an All-Pro. He's a first-team All-Pro. So that defense is stacked. That defense is for real. They're gonna have to throw to win. And I think with Thomas out, and I actually saw when I looked on ESPN, Coleman is out too. For New Orleans, even though he's not, it's funny. He's not the biggest factor, but he does make plays from time to time.
I think that don't really matter because Ted Ginn's the one that's making the X Factor plays over there.
Yeah, I mean, but he's gonna be hit or miss, right? He's gonna be.
But he's like we talked about with Torrey Smith. He's still a home run hitter that you gotta pretty much be cautious of their speed at all times.
Right. No, you're right. You're right. He still got wheels.
Absolutely.
At his old ass at 32. Crazy.
He showed them last week.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
Jesus
did.
Christ.
And last game of the week of the divisional rounds, man. Jacksonville versus Pittsburgh. What you got for me, buddy?
Was Pittsburgh favored by 7?
Yeah, it dropped to -7. Teeter.
I'd love to buy it down if you want to go Pittsburgh. I think Jacksonville.
There's gonna be a lot of Pittsburgh teasers out there, bro.
Yeah,
A lot of Pittsburgh
I'll
teasers.
tease Pittsburgh, definitely.
It's-
I'll definitely tease Pittsburgh, but
I
think this game goes under.
I think it was 41.
Yeah, I think this game goes under.
The teaser of the week is gonna be Minnesota and Pittsburgh. It's definitely that's gonna be the teaser of the week. I'm gonna switch it up on you here, bro. Not only do I think Jacksonville covers, Jacksonville wins the game. I think Jacksonville wins. Everybody's making a big fuck.
Jacksonville beat the shit out of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Jacksonville. Everybody's making a big deal about Blake Bortles throwing for under 100 yards in these games. But guess fucking what?
He used his athleticism.
But not even that.
He
There's,
almost had 100 yards last week.
but they're still winning the game.
Right.
He's having shitty, one of the worst performance games that you could have as a starting quarterback, but they're still winning the game. Could you imagine if he had like 200 yards passing and like a touchdown or two? They're going to, yo, you know what they remind me of? They remind me of that old Ravens team. That all they did was run the ball and play defense. That's what they remind me of. And honestly, I love Jacksonville in this game. I really do. I like the spot they're in. They're coming in there loose. Pittsburgh has to win. Like the pressure's on Pittsburgh. AB got sent home sick. Now obviously he's going to play.
Right.
But he's got a hurt calf. They said he's close to 100%. So I think he still puts up numbers. But the fact that they sent him home sick is kind of telling to me. It's going to be cold. So who knows what his vibe is going to be like. But ball is ball. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, big time players step on big time moments. So I think he'll be fine. He lit them up last game for like 156 yards, but he was the only one. That's the funny thing. And I would put AJ Boye?
Yeah.
I would put him on Juju Smith. No, it's not Juju.
Yeah.
Schuster.
Yeah, Juju Smith-Schuster.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I would put him on there. And you kind of neutralize that passing game.
Now, here's the thing, though. I don't think you put Boye on him because Juju works out of the slot a lot.
But I'm not scared of Martavis Bryant. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah, but a lot of players aren't really that interchangeable. Like, they play.
Yeah, that's
in the
true.
slot. So
That's true.
If you trust in your defense, you keep both of them outside, and you let your slot, ball, and hope that the linebackers underneath or safeties over top, whatever.
I really think Jacksonville wins this game.
No, it's not far fetched to me, honestly. It's definitely not far fetched.
I really think I'm now.
I like the under. I couldn't really pick one. I think
Yeah.
Jacksonville definitely stands a great chance against them. But I can also see, Pittsburgh with just the experience and everything going there. And if they hold them to 10, like they only scored last week, Pittsburgh wins.
See, I think the opposite. I think if it's a low-scoring game, it favors Jacksonville. If it's a high-scoring game, it's obviously going to be Pittsburgh. Because Jacksonville can't score. You know what I mean, to me. So, lock it in. We got Moss fucking money and Steve-O, SDOT, best bet, Eagles. We both like Tennessee.
Right.
We would look at the under. Little head-to-head. You like New Orleans. I like Minnesota.
I kind of like Minnesota more. I'm just thinking with more.
And then last game, you like the under. I like Jacksonville straight up, even with the outright win. Hey, don't forget, we're getting close to the end of the season here, season 2. Some good ups, some good down. Well, obviously, I say good downs because we learn from our mistakes and we learn from things that we could have done better.
Right.
Super contest. took a loss on that. But like I said last week, and I think I said a week before, and 3 times a charm. Mark my fucking words. I'm gonna win that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back and win that bitch, and this shit we gonna blow up. And Bird game tomorrow. Wings on me. We got drinks.
Hey.
Somebody got some Trezee.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a hell of a time, man. Look out for us during the season. Usually on the off season, I kind of go dark. Yee. But this year, I think I'm gonna do a couple what they call voice logs. Check us out on Instagram. The website is gonna get revamped. Check us out on Twitter. Check us out on Facebook and the forum. We're gonna stay engaged all year. I'm going to make sure I hook up with the homie Steve-O, get you some basketball locks until right around that season again, and we smell it be warm, hot weather and green grass, and it's going to be football season real soon. But we ain't done yet. Bird game. Let's get a win.
No doubt, man. 6-point win, man. I keep telling you.
6 points?
6 points.
I can dig it, man.
And the temperature's dropping. He said it's going to feel like 15 with the wind.
Ooh.
I'll take it.
Yo, come on, man. Yo, MoneyPot about to start.
I know, I'm coming, man.
Yeah, grab your notepad, man, for real.
Alright, dog, fuck it, man. Come on.
Yeah, man, they be spitting shit, man.
True.
E-A-G-S.
Yeah.
Sorry, dog. I had both.
MoneyPot, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stats. 360 on the new view.
Run, tell that.
40-yard dash time. Moss Money Podcast time. SDOT code headlines.
Cha-ching. Money.